I just got this huge box of PR, and I know it's at least like $500 worth of stuff, if not probably a little bit more. And I had an idea because I've gotten lots of PR packages that I just haven't found the right video to include them in that aren't sponsored. So I thought, why don't I rate a lot of the PR packages that I've been sent recently? Hello, girly pals. Oh, that one was a rough one. Welcome back to Boss Girlified. It is your girl Tima, and yeah, y'all see the title. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot in here that are super viral that I'm sure you guys have been seeing everywhere that you guys are wondering just as much as I am if they actually work or not. Mind you, I've been sent a couple of these products a couple of times, so there is one specific product that is unopened, untouched, that I will be giving to you guys, so make sure you stick around through the entire video to make sure you don't miss out the opportunity to get a free product. Merit sent me first and foremost their complexion stick. This, I literally was so excited when they said that they would send it to me because I was about to buy it anyway, because I saw this specific video. It was this hijabi girl and she was like touching up her makeup with this, and it wasn't like super heavy or anything like that, and it seemed like it was like almost like skincare, which I was like, I'm intrigued. Like, I need to know what this is all about. It's this really pretty type of applicator. It's like a concealer, but it's more of like a complexion stick. That's what they call it. Pretty safe to say I'm gonna get this for a foundation. For those days that I don't want to wear makeup but I do want to wear makeup, I'm gonna get one as like a foundation and a contour, because this thing is amazing. It's just like skincare, but it still is very pigmented. Because it's like skincare, it blends so effortlessly. I like the fact that you don't have to apply too much product. Recently I've been doing more things where I need more natural looks, and the Merit complexion stick has been that for me. I'm literally wearing it right now too, so it can be dressed up and dressed down. It doesn't crease as much as I thought it would, but you definitely do have to be careful with it because it is almost like skincare, so it will crease if you don't put the powder on almost right away and like blend it in a little bit before you put your powder on. But overall, this complexion stick is really good. It is so worth it. I am literally going to buy 2 more of these so I could just use this as my full base because I just love it that much. So it's pretty safe to say I'm gonna have to give this a solid 10 out of 10. Next up, we have their brush. This is a very compact, don't mind how dirty it is, girls. We've all been there. Okay, let's not act like we haven't. This is their brush. I think it's supposed to go with the complexion stick, which if you're going to use the complexion stick as like a foundation or like a bronzer, definitely this is a must. But for under eye, it's definitely not my favorite thing to blend out with. Also, it's like the perfect size to travel with. I've been traveling a lot more lately. This brush is probably the most similar to my to this Merit brush, but it's the BK brush. And as you guys can see, the BK brush has more dimension to it. I can do my whole face with just this, but I can't say the same for the Merit brush. But I still really like it. I still like the fact that it's travel size. It's also really light, and it's also like really sleek. I feel so fancy and bougie putting this on, using this to put my makeup on. So I'm still gonna have to give this like an 8 out of 10. I also got their serum and moisturizer. Now these two I was really intrigued about. I've seen girlies using them in their get ready with me's and stuff, and specifically the serum left people's skin so moisturized, so I was like, and glowy, so I was like, I need to see what the hype is about. My only beef with this is that when it first came, it was leaky. The cap wasn't screwed on properly, or the lid, so I kept getting product all over everywhere, so I was like kind of upset about that. But I really do like the fact that it's almost like oil and water based. The bottle is very sleek, like it's like this matte glass. It's super pretty. It is very moisturizing. It is very good as a prep for your makeup. I have very dry, sensitive skin. I'm gonna mention that a lot because that literally determines how products work for me and why they work for me. This product, for someone who has oily skin, I doubt it would be good. I doubt it would be good for you because this is definitely meant to give your skin a glow and hydration that's more like oil based. So if you have oily skin, I don't think this is going to be for you, but for me, this is a godsend. And I also have sensitive skin, so this seems like it has really good ingredients. It doesn't seem like it's too chemically. It seems a lot more like natural. It seems. That's what I gather from putting it on my skin, because I don't have any sort of scent going on. I don't have any type of tingling sensations or anything like that. This is definitely a gazillion out of 10 for me. Now for the moisturizer. The moisturizer is also in a very, very cute bottle. It's very sleek, very pretty. I also have it right on my desk sitting next to it. For some reason, the moisturizer feels a lot lighter. I don't know if it's just the bottle or if this just came with less product.
People lather themselves with.
Do a wide shot, guys. People see the full power.
But it is really good. It's definitely catered to people with dry skin, but it almost absorbs way too quickly if I just use this. But if I follow it up with something like my La Roche-Posay, or even just a sunscreen that's hydrating, I'm usually fine. But this on its own, it doesn't keep my skin hydrated for very long. Because of that, and that's a very important thing for me, it does moisturize my skin very well though. It just doesn't last. Because of that, I'm gonna have to give that one a 7 out of 10. Okay, now we're getting to the part of the video. Now, before I say this, it's not that I hate this. It's not that I have beef with it and I wanna like beat her ass. Is she my favorite? No. That is the brow pencil. I love the brush. As you guys can tell, it's like bent because I've been using it so much. The brush side of the brow pen, the brow pencil as well. I love how thin it is, but as you guys can see, it's really small. I don't have any more product in there, but the color shade just was not it. It was gray on me, and because I'm dark skinned, I really do need like either black or like a very deep rich brown. So this just, the color wasn't there for me. Maybe if I try another color, I'll have a different perspective on it. But the pencil itself was also really soft, which was good because I could get a lot of strokes in quickly, but it did run out very, very fast. So I only used this maybe like 3 or 4 times and it was already gone. But to be fair, it was my first time using it. It did break off a couple times, so maybe that's why, but I don't know. I'm just trying to be fair, but I'm still going to give this a 6 out of 10. Next is the volumizing brow gel. Now this one I was really intrigued to try because I'm not like a volumizing brow type of girl. I'm more of a soap brow, laminated brow type of girl mixed with the 2016 brows. Like, as you guys can tell, like I love to like gel my brows down, but I also like to like fill them in, you know? So it was really interesting to try this out, but I will say though, I have found a good occasion and time to use this brow gel, and I do really like it. It comes with a lot. The brush is also really small, so I feel like I can get into my hairs very, very well if it'll focus on her. Hello. There we go. It's very easy to travel with. It's cute. And also, I really do like the color of this a lot. I just definitely would go darker next time because I think I did like dark brown or something. Next time, I'm going to do like the next shade down. It's just not a laminating brow effect. It's more of like a natural brushed through brow type of look, but it also does tint your brows at the same time. It's out of my comfort zone, but I do use it when I'm doing like digitals or like pictures or something like that. So I would definitely have to give this an 8 out of 10. So that is it for Merit. Now let's move on to Anua. Now this is one of my favorite brands, and actually it's so ironic because as soon as I sat down to start scripting this video, they literally emailed me saying that they were going to send me 20 of this next item because I've talked about it so much. In my next video, I'm definitely giving some of those away for y'all. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss when that happens. The first package they sent me came with 2 of their dark spot correcting serums. Clearly, I don't have it on hand because they were finished within the first like 3 months of me having them. Both of them, yes. As someone with hyperpigmentation, nothing has helped as much as that dark spot correcting serum. It is literally a glow serum mixed with a hyperpigmentation or like a dark spot correcting serum. A lot of serums have a hard time being both, but that one right there did not dry me out, not one drop. If anything, it restored my moisture barrier. A gazillion out of 10. Next is the Heart Toner. This one has been mega viral since like I think Korean skincare started first getting popular. I have gone through a couple of them. I like it, and I've realized that it has a purpose. For me at least, it's more useful when I've done a lot of treatment or if my skin is just like really irritated. It doesn't help with moisture or anything like that, but for me it helps calm down irritation, which I didn't really appreciate at first, but now that I've been doing more treatments on my skin, I appreciate that a lot more. And I actually still have a whole unopened bottle. This is the one I've been using, but this is the one I was most recently sent. And it even still has that little like seal on the top. So this is like untouched. So therefore, we are getting to the fun part where I give one of you guys this exact toner right here. Or if you just have like skin that's very easily irritable, this is definitely going to be the toner for you. And before I get into how you can receive this, let me go ahead and rate this. Out of 10, I would definitely have to give it a 9 out of 10. With that being said, I will be giving this to one of you guys. All you literally have to do is just comment literally anything in the comment section down below. Just DM me on Instagram letting me know that you do want to participate. And you can even say, I left the comment about whatever, just so I know who you are. But yeah, just comment. Obviously, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. And yeah, and then I'll be picking someone within, I think maybe like a week. I'll give you guys an opportunity all to watch this video. Within a week, I'll shoot one of you guys a DM letting you know that I'm choosing you for the giveaway and asking for your shipping info and stuff like that. And then I'll also post on Instagram too a story or like a post telling you guys that the giveaway is closed. That way you guys won't like get your hopes up for no reason. Next up is the exfoliating toner. This is the BHA Gentle Exfoliator 2%. As you guys can see, I've barely used it. It's because I don't really use exfoliating toners too much because I have sensitive skin, but I do exfoliate it about once a week. It's one of the more gentle exfoliators I've used. I'm not a huge user of exfoliating toners in general, so I'm just gonna have to give this a cool 7 out of 10. Next up, we have the Heartleaf Pore Deep Cleansing Foam. This is honestly one of those products I wish I didn't touch because I just don't think it's necessarily for my skin type. It is very drying for me, like very, very, very drying for me, and I love Anua so much, so this was so sad. It is very cleansing though. If you have oily skin or clogged pores, that's probably going to be for you, but for me, it's not. No good. Now, next up, we have the Anua Oil Cleanser. A lot of people were surprised that I said I like it because for people with dry, sensitive skin, it tends to be a little bit too much for people. But for me, it's perfect because I wear makeup, I do a lot of skincare, so I need an oil cleanser that really gets rid of all of that gunk on my face. And also this cleanses my pores so well because I do get blackheads and whiteheads. That is one thing that I struggle with, and my pores, especially on my cheeks, is where I happen to have a lot of whiteheads. So this cleanser has helped so much with that. My skin would be so much more textured if I wasn't using this. So this is definitely one of my favorite products. It's definitely getting a 10 out of 10. And finally, we have the Nano Retinol. This just improves the quality of your skin overall. It is a retinol, but it's nano, so it's definitely not super thick and it's not like super harsh for your skin. If you have dry, sensitive skin, or even if you just have sensitive skin, if you have oily skin, it doesn't matter. If you have sensitive skin, you need this. It's more of a serum than anything. Obviously a 10 out of 10. Now let's go ahead and get into numbuzin, and let's first get into probably their most viral product, which is the number 3 toner. This is a daily use in my skincare routine. I was so happy when they sent me this because they sent it to me as soon as I ran out of their other toner. It's more of like a serum slash toner, but it's amazing. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Next up is the number 5 serum. And no, I do not have that one either. Can you guess why? Because it's one of my favorite serums I've ever used. That one just isn't as like hydrating as the Anua one, but it's really efficient. And also, while we're on the topic, the number 5 concentrated toner pads. This is like my 3rd one. It was one of the first toner pads I've ever used, and it still is my favorite toner pad I've used to date. It helps so much with hyperpigmentation. They have like this flat, like almost sheet mask like side. You stick that to your face for a little bit, go about your day, and then you use the exfoliating side once you're done. 10 out of 10. Across the board. Next up from numbuzin, we have the number 3 skin softening serum. Now this one was a pleasant surprise for me because at first I didn't really understand what the point of this was, but when I did more research and when I actually gave it a chance, I started using it consistently, and I noticed that my pores, and when I say this, I don't mean that your pores literally shrink. I just have enlarged pores due to those whiteheads. This helps tremendously, helping those pores get their elasticity back and bounce back, and it basically helps your skin have that glass skin look. So this is definitely one of my favorites. It's not my favorite serum I've used, but I'm definitely gonna have to give it a good 9 out of 10. Next, let's get into FWEE. They sent me 5 of these blushes, but these are the bouncy blushes that I know you guys have been seeing all over your For You page. And it also came with this little blush applicator type of thing. Really easy to travel with, and these blushes are also really easy to travel with. And they're pigmented, they're blurring, and they're also creamy, so they're not like drying and mattifying, which is really, really hard to find. But sometimes I do want to do that like airbrush type of blush look, but I don't want to use something that's necessarily dewy. That's when I reach for these. These are definitely some of my favorite blushes I've come across, so I'm gonna have to give these a 9 out of 10. Next up, we have their tinted glosses. They sent me 3 of them, and honestly, I'm gonna be really honest here, these are not my favorite. I've used them a couple of times when I first got them, but I've never picked them up again. They're pretty easy to travel with once again, so if I do need something like this, I'll probably just throw it in my bag. It's a little too sticky. It's a really nice color. Yeah, it's a little too sticky. It turns like kind of weird after a little bit. It smells really good, but it's just not my favorite lip glosses. So I'm gonna have to give those a 6 out of 10. Now let's get into medicube. Now this is the box that I literally just received. Let's go ahead and empty this bad boy out.
I made it for nothing, no turn to something for nothing.
First is the Zero Pore Pad 2.0. It is supposed to remove residue and gunk from the surface while hydrating the skin at the same time. These gentle exfoliating toner pads smooth skin and help minimize the appearance of pores. I'll put my little tweezers right there. Next up, we have a whole bunch of these sheet masks. The Medicube Pink Collagen Sheet Mask, or gel masks, sorry, with sodium DNA, niacinamide, and hydrolyzed collagen. We have the Deep Vita C Pad. I'm assuming these are probably brightening and nourishing. We have 2 of the overnight collagen masks. These are the ones that I personally have been seeing all over my For You page too. Is their pink peptide serum. Oh my god, this is so cute. Look at her. 2 of these 1-day exome shots. I don't really know what these are. I'm really intrigued though. These actually look like shots too. Vodka, look, that's crazy. This is the Zero Pore Pad Mild. And this is, I guess, specifically catered to sensitive skin, like myself has. Their packaging is like so sleek and like skincare-esque. This is the collagen jelly cream. This is what I've been seeing all over my For You page, and people use it with this specific device. I also got one of these too, I guess for the actual collagen peel-off mask. Next, I got these device cleaning wipes. These are for the Age R device. As you guys probably could tell, I got the Age R Booster Pro. This is she, this is her. This is the thing that I have been seeing all over my For You page, and I've been really curious about because I'm like, what exactly does it do? Oh, this is like an iPhone case. There's the manual and the cable. Here is a charger. And here is the Booster Pro manual. Here she is. Literally talks. The overnight collagen mask. It's a little hard to sleep in for sure, but I just kept like waking up and like wanting to take it off. So this is honestly something I would probably do if I was like on a long flight or something like that. Maybe I just had like an at-home day and I was just like editing or something like that. This is something I would definitely use then. Besides the comfort aspect of it, it actually leaves your skin not looking just glowy, but feeling like super plump and hydrated once you take that mask off the next day. It's really cool that you can use it on top of your skincare. It almost helps your skincare absorb a lot more into your skin. So I would definitely have to give this a 9.5 out of 10. It would almost be there if it wasn't for the fact that it wasn't uncomfortable to sleep in, but maybe next time I'll try it with like a thinner layer or something like that. Next up, we have the collagen jelly cream. This one pleasantly surprised me. At first, I didn't really know how to use it. I used too much the first time. The second time, I didn't use enough. And the third time, I really figured out how I like to use it personally. And I like to use it with the device that they sent me, which we will be getting into. Once I figured out a good way to use that cream, I really did fall in love with it. It does leave my skin not feeling hydrated only, but feeling plump and full from the inside out. Like, it's actually insane, especially when you use it with the device. The only thing is with the jelly cream that I would say is a little bit like, for me, is that it does feel a little thick and heavy, but honestly, like if you use the device or if you blend it in well enough, that stickiness, that heaviness will definitely go away within the next like 10 minutes or so. I would definitely have to give that a 9 out of 10. Now we can get into the fun part. Now we can get into the Booster Pro, which also came with some device cleaning wipes. This is like an at-home facial. I have not tried all of the settings yet, so I'm still experimenting a little bit with it, but my favorite setting so far is the MC mode for volumizing care, for line volumizing care. When I tell you guys, like, you can actually feel your muscles being like relaxed and pulled, it's actually insane. The booster mode as well, it genuinely makes that product absorb more into your skin than it would if you were just to put it on, slap it on and call it a day. So freaking good. Like, my skin has never genuinely looked better than when I started using this. So it goes without saying. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have the pink peptide serum. This is supposed to help with hydration and dark spot correcting. I've only been using this for a handful of days, and usually it takes at least a week to see any type of real results from a serum like this, but so far it's very hydrating. It leaves my skin very glowy, and it does seem to be helping a lot with my hyperpigmentation. But I will definitely get back to you on this serum. It also smells really good. It doesn't have that skincare chemically smell, but it does have a fragrance, which is not overwhelming as well. So that's really hard to do. And I do love a little subtle hint of a fragrance in my skincare. Now, these were intense. These are 1 day exosome shots. Now, I think though, I don't remember which one I used, but I just realized when I was doing research for this video that it comes in a 2,000 and a 7,500. Now, basically, I think that number is to represent the little particles that are in it. I'm not sure what kind of particles they are, but they definitely have these like really interesting little particles in it that help like renew and rejuvenate your skin. You're only supposed to use it 2 to 3 times a week. Those little things right there. It has a whole bunch of those little things, and I didn't expect that when I first put it on. So I felt like a little like, I was like, do I have something on my fingers? Like, what is that? I'm really excited to see how these end up working. This is a very new and innovative idea. I've heard a lot about these though, and I've heard that these really do help when you're trying to achieve glass skin, because it basically like renews your skin, especially if you have like scarring and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see how these work. Obviously, I've only used it like 1 time, so I can't really say too much about this, but definitely stay tuned because we'll be updating you on these. So yeah, guys, don't forget to comment below. Don't forget to follow my Instagram. My Instagram will be linked in my bio of YouTube, I'm pretty sure, and then it'll also be in my Linktree link where it's like, oh, everything you're looking for is right here. It's the Boss Girlified Instagram account. Make sure you go follow that account, DM me, make sure you let me know what you commented so that I can send one of you guys that toner. And please, guys, be patient with me. Again, I'm giving everyone a chance to get their submissions in, so you guys will know within a week who is the winner. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. It has been your girl Tima, and I'll see you on another video soon. Bye, girlies.